The skies are blue, shade of violet and lead, over the miles of the life that I've led. I look at the hood and I see every scar, a map of the battles of how we got far. No luggage behind me, just what the chest holds. In this dark cabin where the silence unfolds, the dashboard is flickering, amber and gold, a story of lightning that's yet to be told. I'm a king on a throne made of vinyl and dust, in a mechanical god that I've learned how to trust. The overpass is packed like the ribs of a beast, and I am the blood flowing out to the east. I feel the heat rising from the floorboards of tin, a baptism of fire, a purging of sin. The smell of hot asphalt and bitter black bean is the only aroma that knows what this means. I see the billboard selling plastic wrap lies, but my hunger is raw under wide open skies, away from the fences and the watchful eyes glare. I'm the master of motion in the cold midnight air. Run, run, run to the altar road, where the lonesome soul drops its heavy load. Turn the wheel, feel the iron start to shake. It's the only way to know you're truly awake. There's a mist rising up from the valley so deep, hiding the secret that the mountainside keeps. I flip on the high beams to tear through the veil, a falling down angel on a silver line trail. The engine don't grumble, it knows the fatigue. We're playing a game in a different league. No one is waiting at the end of this stretch, just a horizon that I'm trying to scale. It's not about a rival, it's not about the goal, it's the rhythm of the pistons taking hold of my soul. If the world out there decides it's time to fall, I'll be right here answering the highway's call. Between the heavy clutch and the pedal on the floor, there's a vastness that I'm constantly searching for, where time starts to bend and the voices all fade, and the only sound left is the progress we've made. Run, run, run to the altar road, where the lonesome soul drops its heavy load. the tank is getting empty, but the road goes on, waiting for the first pale break of dawn. I can see the horizon starting to turn, with a fire that's starting to slowly burn. I'll find a station, or I'll find a way to make it through another lonely day. The final mile of a long, hard night is always the one that brings the light. I'm tired of the bone and my eyes are red, with 1,000 miles in my heavy head. But the feeling of motion is a drug I need, a wild and a restless kind of breed. Just a new start for the highway rhythm in a lonely heart. Engine's cooling with a ticking sound as I pull my boots onto the gravel ground. But I'm already thinking of the next big run, underneath the heat of the morning sun. The road is a circle that never ends, around the places where the blacktop bends. Grease on my knuckles, the uniform of the night. The wind on my face is a cold-handed bite. I know every rattle, I know every tick, and this monster of iron that makes my heart click. The gears are biting with surgical grace, a dance of the metal in this desolate space. I shift through the range and I feel the torque rise like a shockwave of thunder under star-studded skies. No computers in here, just the pressure and grit, a mechanical gospel, and I'm preaching it. The lights of the stations are neon blue shrines in a desert of shadows and broken down lines. I check on the oil, I look at the glass, watching the ghost of the city fold past. The drive belt is spinning in an infinite loop while I'm flying the coop in this silver line coupe. You want the speed, I'll give you the dark. Said the metal forged from a singular spark. I'm tightening the bolts on my sanity's edge while I'm driving this beast off the side of the ledge. Turn the key, hear the heavy steel scream, born in the shadows of a gasoline dream. Midnight mechanics, the sweat and the oil, carving my kingdom from the highway soil. Beat of the piston make the hollow earth quake. In this iron orchestra there's no room for a break. It's the addiction of the RPM, the thirst for the power, where the man and the machine on the midnight hour. The tires are balding, the rubber is thin, drawing black circles where the journeys begin. I smell the heartbreaks as they start to complain, a subtle reminder of the physical strain. But I'd rather the risk of a part that might break than the safety of lives that are boring and fake. I'm the master of vows, the prophet of the shaft, leaving the world in the wake of my craft. A comet of smoke in the rearview mirror as the path ahead gets clearer and clearer. A little bit of lead and a whole lot of faith, moving through the night like a mechanical wraith. But what drives us forward isn't just the high test, it's the hollow point hunger inside of the chest. In the middle of the steel, in the heat of the roar, I finally find what I was looking for. Turn the key, hear the heavy steel scream, born in the shadows of a gasoline dream. Midnight mechanics, the sweat and the oil, carving my kingdom from the highway soil. Beat of the piston make the hollow earth quake. In this iron orchestra like nails in a velvet-lined crate. And I'm running blind at a hell of a rate, just feeling the impact of the road on the frame in this high-speed tempo that has no name. The blacktop is a sea made of oil and salt, a constant requiem, a thundering fault. I've seen the carcasses of cars on the side, cruel little warnings of the turn of the tide. But I don't slow down, I just tighten my grip on the silver-lined edge of this lonesome trip. There's a silence that waits by the bank of the creek, where the fog is too heavy and the spirit is weak. The headlights are windows to a world gone insane, in this abyss of asphalt, of sorrow and rain. I pass through the towns that the calendar lost, where the price of the progress was too high cost. I'm the last fading trace of an era that's dead, with a tank full of fire and a heart full of dread. A luxury requiem for a man who has naught but the dust of the road that the distance has bought. Cry to the sky under the brim of a hat held high. It's a black label requiem of the fast and the bold, a cure for the stories that were never told. Go, 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 where the light starts to fade, feeling the weight of the choices we've made. The end of the line is a matter of time, while I dance on the edge of a mountaintop climb. Feel the presence of those who have gone, and the tight angle turns before the break of the dawn. Ghosts of the rubber and the twisted up steel, reminding me exactly how the danger should feel. But I am the air to this desolate throne, with my hand on the shifter and my heart on its own. The exhaust is an echo, a bell in the dark, announcing to anyone looking for a spark. Here drives a man who doesn't fear the unknown, for his future is paid in the seeds he has sown. I don't want the glory, I don't want the praise, just the mechanical hum of these highway days. For when the silence finally wins the fight, I wanna be ready to vanish from sight into the horizon, into the grave. got a transmission tuned in the depths of hell, and a story that the living are too scared to tell. The ratio is long and the torque is a sin. I'm losing my soul just to see the wheels spin. The whine of the gears is a high-pitched scream, tearing through the fabric of a gasoline dream. I shift into fifth and I feel the world warp, the edges of the night getting jagged and sharp. The needle's past the red, but the engine wants more. A hungry black hole behind the firewall door. Oh. Coming off the tunnel is a burning brand. I got the devil's own luck in the palm of my hand, passing the slow movers like they're standing still. A mechanical predator looking for a kill. The friction is a fever, the motion is a drug. I'm feeling the pull and I'm feeling the tug of a gravity that doesn't belong to this earth. A dark kind of magic, a heavy set birth. I'm geared for the distance, I'm geared for the flight through the smoke and remains of the Saturday night. Shifting to the dark, feel the gear ratio bite. A mechanical demon in the middle of the night. Faster than the sorrow, faster than the law, the wildest machine that the highway ever saw. Go, go, let the transmission wail. Like a banshee trapped in a silver line jail, it's a dance with the devil on a thin white line. And for the first time in years, I am feeling fine. The bearings are howling, a chorus of pain, but I'm washing the guilt right out of my brain. With the sheer velocity of the cold steel spinning, I don't know if I'm losing or if I'm winning. I just know that the blurred out trees are a song, and this is the only place where I could belong. The synchronizers are clicking like a ticking bomb. In the center of the chaos, I am finding my calm. The metal is screaming, but I won't let it go until I find the place where the dark waters flow. One more gear, one more chance to fly before the sun starts to burn in the sky. Pitting my will against the physics of man, driving as hard and as fast as I can. Shifting to the dark, feel the gear ratio bite. A mechanical demon in the middle of the night. Faster than the sorrow, faster than the law, the wildest machine that the highway ever saw. Go, 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 let the transmission wail. Like a banshee trapped in a silver line jail, it's a dance with the devil on a thin white line. valley is ancient and the road is a scar. I'm following the path of a long dead star. My headlights are dim and my battery's low, but I got 1,000 miles left to go. The dust on the dashes from a different decade, the ghost of the progress that the ancestors made. The upholstery is torn and the springs are all weak, but I'm finding the answers that I used to seek in the steady vibration of the rusted out frame. A man with a mission and a forgotten name. But I don't stop for water, I don't stop for rest. I got the midnight oil burning deep in my chest. The smell of the sagebrush and the old engine leak is the only comfort that the lonely should seek. I'm a relic of motion in a world standing still, pushing the limits of my own human will. Radio's picking up a station from the past, a melody that was never meant to last, fading in and out of the static and haze, like a flickering candle from the old-fashioned days. I sing along softly to the words I don't know, feeling the weight of the miles as they grow. The steering wheel is smooth from the grip of the years, wiping away the memory of the salt and the tears. I'm a part of the landscape, I'm a part of the drive. The only way I know that I'm still alive. Let the mountains crumble and the rivers go dry, as long as there's a road beneath the velvet sky. I'll keep on rolling, I'll keep on the run until the very last of the driving is done. Burning midnight oil, kicking ancient dust in a mechanical soul that is starting to rust. But the engine is true and the road is still wide, with a million secrets waiting inside. Go, go through the history of night, a lonely silver spark in the fading light, between the what was and the what is to be. valley is a throat that swallows the light, and I'm the jagged spark that's starting the fight against the quiet hill and the stagnant air. I've got a heavy block and a devil may care. Attitude caught out of piston and rod, worshiping at the feet of a cast iron god. The manifold is glowing like a dying sun, a witness to the damage that I've already done. I don't need a pulpit, I don't need a choir, just a river intake of air and of fire. They're building a future out of plastic and hum, but they can't hear the beat of the primitive drum that's shaking the chassis and rattling the glass as I watch the ghosts of the old era pass. The smell of autumn fuel is a sweet dark wine pouring through the headers in a straight silver line. I'm the last of the believers in the power of the gear, drowning out the voices of the doubt in the field. Let them have their silence, let them have their peace. I'm looking for the roar that'll never ever cease. Oh, listen to the gospel of the last V8 before they close the road and they lock the gate. It's a thundering truth in a world of lies under the ceiling of the midnight skies. Go, 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 while the metal is hot. Give it every single ounce of the soul you've got. In the rumble and the smoke I'll find my grace, the king of the asphalt in a hollow place. The compression is high and the timing is tight. I'm a mechanical prophet in the dead of the night. Every downshift is a prayer, every gear is a song. In the middle of the storm I am finding my calm. The radiator's hissing like a serpent in weight while I'm dancing on the edge of a heavy set fate. I'll keep the hammer down until the valves start to float, writing my testament of gasoline. No, the road is the paper, the rubber is the ink. I'm driving much faster than I ever could think. They say the age of the engine is coming to a close, but the spirit of the runner is something nobody knows. As long as there's a spark and a gallon in the can, I'll be the fastest shadow of a disappearing man. Listen to the gospel of the last V8 before they close the road and they lock the gate. It's a thundering truth in a world of lies under the ceiling of the midnight skies. Go, 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 while the metal is hot. Give it every single ounce of the soul you got. In the rumble and the smoke I'll find my grace, the king of the asphalt in a hollow place. The salt is in the air and the rust is on the door. I'm driving where the ocean meets the desert floor. A landscape of ghosts and a shipwrecks in the sand. The loneliest stretch of a forgotten man. The headlights hit the phone unedged knife. I'm searching for the meaning, never misspent life. The waves are crashing down with a heavy crack sound, while I keep my wheels on the sun-crusted ground. The engine's running lean in the fear dead mist. The fans are in a world that's shining stars. Our pants are ribcage, a whale on the beach, a monument to things that are out of our reach. The road is just a track that the wind tries to hide. I feel wild line against the rising of the tide. The cold is getting pitted by the spray of the sea, but the damage on the outside doesn't bother me. It's the internal combustion that keeps the heart warm in the freezing embrace of the electric storm. I'm a scavenger of miles in a graveyard of holes, under the watchful eyes of the screaming ghosts. Ride round the skeleton coast, where the silence is a guest and the wind is a host. Between the blues of the fire and the water of ice, I'm paying the ghost of a heavy side price. Go, go, go where the live falls away, chasing their remains, ever dying day. On the edge of the world, on the lip of the deep, where the secrets of the sails and the drivers slay. The gearbox is stiff and the steering is loose. I'm looking for a net for my silver line noose to hang my heavy side.